right, guys, welcome. It is Kards Korner Season 2, Episode 9. Kind of a different look tonight. I am missing my normal two co-hosts. And joining us tonight is the Big P. Not for PP, but for producer.
I got to fill in for the big boys.
Stacy. We decided, you know what? F it. F it. Let's go on and see what the dynamic duo here, the Turf and Dirt dynamic, see how that works on the podcast. A lot of the show is going to be the same. We're going to talk about product. We're going to do a preview rip. Excuse me. We're going to talk about some, fairly controversial subjects, right? I mean, I think everything in the hobby this day and age is controversial. But then we're going to dive into a topic when we come back from the break that is something that we normally wouldn't be able to get into unless this situation occurred. Right?
That would be a fair statement.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we wouldn't really cover it or have a good perspective otherwise. So we're going to see what happens with it. But let's get it going. So if you don't know who I am Jimmy. I am the host of Kards Korner. With me is, my better half, Stacy. She's also the producer of Kards Korner. She's always in the background, but she is in the foreground today.
I do like the background better than the foreground.
Yeah, I mean, doing these episodes are not easy, to say the least.
I can see that.
Yeah. All right, so product releases. What we had coming. Oh, should we tell everybody that Tony and Devin are not dead? Like, nothing catastrophic has happened. They just needed a day off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tony's kids had their wisdom teeth. His twins had their wisdom teeth pulled today.
He has triplets, actually.
Yes. Oh, that's true. 2 of them.
Wow. Mistake 1 already.
2 of them. And then
I'm
Devin.
running a tally right now. Mistake number 1.
Devin just needed some downtime with the family. They live a crazy life with their business and then their kids. And
running a small business is not easy, is it?
No.
And balancing everything else.
There's a lot of sacrifices and a lot of hard things to balance. And we're going to go into that as we start softball with Emily.
Yeah, I'm going to miss a lot of it, but you're willing to make the sacrifice because you know there's an end goal, right? Are you all right? Mm-hmm. Are you sure? You look like you're
just adjusting them. They're a little big.
Oh, you look like you're tearing up a little bit.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You need tissue?
Nope, I'm good.
We can pause for a minute.
No.
You got your liquor.
I got some pineapple cider.
Yeah, so when I asked her if she wanted to do the podcast today, she went, okay. And then when she walked through the door, she had a big old half rack of liquor. And she was starting to hammer it the minute she walked through the door. So
ice cream in one hand and booze in the other. So
today, before we get into product, I'm going to touch on a subject. Today we reached a little bit of a time to move forward time. So I've talked about, you guys have heard, you guys have seen the break-in that we had on December 30th. We've been battling the insurance company for 3 months.
It's been a process.
It's been tough.
They've not been helpful.
We got our settlement, our insurance payout today. And I've said time and time again that once we get it, I am done with the break-in. It's time to move on. And lo and behold, we got that today, and it was a weight lifted. I am moving forward.
It was unexpected on top of it.
Correct.
Did you tear up when you opened the envelope?
No. I went pee when I opened the envelope. So
it just showed up in the mail.
Yeah, it just arrived. So good. I'm glad that's done and over with. Now we can move forward. I don't want to have to deal with this process again. I don't have much confidence in our insurance folks. Even though you pay them, they're supposed to be on your side. It is evident that once you need their services, they are not on your side. So
no.
We'll continue to pay our monthly whatever we pay. But anyway, I wanted to give that quick update. We got our payout. We're done. The break-in is behind us. And yeah, we're going forward. How do you feel like you can go forward now?
Yeah.
Or was that not really an issue for you?
Well, I kind of put it behind me, but I was the one having to play phone tag constantly with them and try to get questions answered and what's the next steps and what do I need to do.
Well, but was there a
I'm just-
process where you went, if this happens, I'm truly 100% done with the whole thing?
Yeah, I would say just to be finalized with it,
The payout.
the payout.
Wasn't what we should have gotten.
No.
We had to settle for almost half as much, right?
From when the adjuster was here, yes. From what they itemized out, it was only about $1,000 less.
Oh.
So the difference was the door.
So don't be so angry, Jimmy.
No.
Don't be so angry.
It's not as big of a deal.
Am I an angry? Am I really like? Do I get this? Maybe you guys out there can weigh in. Do I seem like an angry fella? A trusted consigliere, right?
That's a big
Consigliere?
word. That's a huge word.
That's an Italian word for trusted associate.
Okay.
We had a convo with a trusted associate, and he kind of told me that you kind of seem a little pissy some days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sunday's conversation.
yeah, with our consigliere.
Yes. There was a lot of insightfulness in that conversation.
There was. I like, because I am stuck in my own world when I'm at Turf and Dirt and I'm doing the podcast. I only get to see and do what's here.
Your blinders are on like a horse.
Yeah, I don't get to see what's around me, and it's always nice to kind of get yanked back a little bit and told that don't be so angry. You don't need to be so mad all the time. So if I've given that impression, I apologize to the viewing public. I'm not really an ass.
And you're supposed to praise your employees more.
I just play one on TV.
Did you not give me
That
a
wasn't
comment?
funny. Yeah, I heard it. I was trying to ignore it. All right, so product releases. So we had this last week. We've got Panini One Football.
I like it. What did I pull from there?
Juju Smith-Schuster.
No, that was you.
Oh. I got it. A CD Lamb patch auto.
What the hell was that?
Oh, you didn't pull that?
No, it sounded like fireworks in the speaker.
What?
Seriously, in the headphones, it sounded like fireworks.
Wow, this is gonna be a banging episode. I can already tell.
I pulled the CD Lamb.
Oh, so you were what?
You pulled the Jordan Love.
I pulled a Jordan Love, sold it right away. Bang, yeah, sold.
Oh, it's your goatee. Stop! It picks it up. And what redemption did I get?
That's my life right there. Stop it.
Which redemption did I pull?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Jersey auto to 35, baby.
Right here.
And it'll be a year before we get it. You get one of those extra.
Mic drop.
So, Panini One's okay. I mean, we're getting the argument from everybody. It's $600 a box, one card, one slabbed auto.
It's really overpriced this year. We don't set the price.
Now, but wasn't it last year? It was around $300, I think, wasn't it?
I think for $300, it's a good value.
I think so. $600 is overblown. So I'm not surprised that we still have some on the shelf. We'll see what happens. But the product that I'm looking forward to... Oh, shit. I didn't even write down Inception. What's wrong with me? So the other product that came out... Let's talk about Inception. I didn't even write that, but I'm going to write it now because...
And there's a topic that will follow that down here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I didn't even think about that. Stacy's on. Wow, it's weird having a producer on this side of the aisle. So, Inception. So, last year, when we were coming into COVID shutdown, Inception was the first title, the first release with our doors closed.
Yes.
And it was like the first week of being doors closed. We got the Inception last year. And Inception last year was $75 a box, I think, $80 a box.
That sounds about right.
Because I remember when it hit 100, people were freaking, right? Mm-hmm. Freaking. Upset, not ordering it anymore. I'm not going to buy it. And so when we saw Inception release, $160. $165 was the release price. In some circles right now, it's up to $225.
Yeah.
Wow, it's almost looking at Tony.
I needed to fill in a spot. I decided to sit on this side because I think Devin's a little more talkative like me.
Now,
But
Inception is great this year for me personally because Evan White is in it.
I've always liked Inception.
Inception, the coloring is great. I mean, the autos are great. The patches are usually pretty chunky. But my boy Evan, I get to see him on opening day. I'm wearing number 12.
You're chasing him hard.
That's right. Come hug me. Love me.
Which side did I get tickets on?
Third base.
First base.
Third base.
Nope.
First base. Third
First
base.
baseline.
And we have to be in a pod.
It's you and I and nobody else around us.
Whoa. Whoa.
I know.
Okay. So anyway, Inception, super fire out of the gate. We've sold a ton of it. We're going to have a little bit topic later on in the show that's going to wrap around Inception, and it's going to have to do with braking. It's going to be an interesting topic, so you guys are going to want to listen and stay tuned to that. Another release that came out baseball-wise, Don Russ. We didn't get a chance to recap that at all, but Don Russ was fire. I mean, I was not expecting the popularity of Don Russ as it is. Don Russ I've always liked because of the variety of cards you get, the numbered, the variations, the inserts, the autos, the mem. You know, it's averaging 2 autos and 1 mem per box. I know it doesn't guarantee that, but, you know, every box I've ripped, it's always been 2 autos and 1 mem, sometimes 2. It's been super fire.
People have been coming in and just buying it by the box.
I sold two more today. So
It was like the other day on release day. They're like, I'll take 3 boxes of it.
we had one customer walked in and was like, yep, I'll take the first 4 and take 1. I'll take 5, you know. So I think it's going to be super good. It's $200 a box right now. For Don Russ, that's a lot. But in the grand scheme of product, that is low. And so I think Don Russ is going to have an extra set of legs. It's not going to be your typical 2-week period. It's going to be longer than that.
It's no different than Don Russ football. It goes throughout the season.
Don Russ's football is still relevant today. I sold some today.
So we will carry Don Russ
all year.
That'll
be a staple item. And then we're going to get into Revolution basketball. Now, we didn't get into much of that. I did a pack rip of it. Revolution's Revolution. You're guaranteed like 4 rookies per box. It's not super spectacular, but when you're a basketball guy and you're used to the basketball releases, you look forward to Revolution. Not a lot to say about it. The cards look good.
They're cool looking cards. I've seen customers pull them.
They have like Astro and all these different, variants.
Because with Player of the Day, they rip a lot of basketball in the shop to try to qualify.
It's good to point when
It
they
is.
can't see it.
But there has not
That's super fun.
there has not been a lot of Player of the Days hit.
Player of the Day promotion is currently going on. We decided to run it the normal way.
The Panini way.
The Panini way. And the Panini way is
a
slow.
bag of dicks.
It is a slow boat to China, right?
Yes.
We're still sitting on a ton of packs, so. All right,
So-
what's next?
What's next? Where are we at on your list? Do you want to do the what's coming?
Yeah, let's talk about what's coming out this week. So tomorrow releases Absolute Basketball, 500 a box. That is an awful small box for $500.
So 5 cards per pack, 2 packs per box. Obviously, you're looking for the
You see the jersey?
ooh.
Oh, sexy.
You're looking for the tools of the trade. Those are the big relics. 2 autos, 2 mems.
So we got 2 boxes. We're gonna preview rip 1 today on Kards Korner. 500 a box. I don't anticipate anybody coming in and picking one up just because of that, but we'll see. We have some pretend ballers in the area. I'm sure somebody will try to get down with
Certified
it.
boxes have been selling, so.
Yeah, that is true. Another release tomorrow is Opening Day Baseball. Now, Opening Day is going to release for at least Turf and Dirt, $2 per pack and roughly 60 a box.
Not bad at all.
That
Obviously, nothing guaranteed.
That is a big kid-friendly product, or somebody that is, wishing to experience, less economical things, right?
Yeah, the big chase last year was the Robert.
Yeah, Robert short print. I don't know if there's a short print in this one. I'm sure Stacy will Google the crap out of it right now.
That's why I have my computer in front of me.
Also releasing this week, we have Upper Deck Hockey Series 2. Upper Deck Series 2 releases. Now, we're seeing some unprecedented things happening with cards today. If you guys haven't noticed, card prices are out of sight right now. And that is translating over to even hockey. Upper Deck Series 2 is going to be releasing at $170 per box.
And that's the low end of what the pre-sale.
And that is absolutely unprecedented for a flagship hockey product like that. So I don't even know what to say, think, or feel about that. There's a couple young guns in it that are selling for huge amounts of money. So Laffy Taffy is not the chase in Series 2. It is.
Why in the hell are we pre-selling singles on eBay?
Singles of
Series 2 Young Guns.
I don't know.
Why do we need a pre-sell before we even rip them? They're
Are
pre-selling.
you guaranteed any young guns in the box?
You're guaranteed Young Guns just like in Series 1, but you're not guaranteed the top guys that are pre-selling for $279, $338, and this is U.S. money.
So are they guessing that they're going to get it?
They have to be. They have to be pre-ordering cases and trying to rip cases to fulfill their...
That's kind of some next level D-bag action, right? You're pre-selling singles before you even get the product to even know if you're going to get the single. Oh my goodness, it's making my head explode. This week also, Friday, lands Heritage Baseball. Heritage is always it's a popular product, but it is geared towards a certain type of collector, right? Not everybody gets down with Heritage because it is a one-hit box, usually a relic, but you got your variations, your action, I think there's no names, there's, team colored, so there's a few variations in the mix. The one I'm interested in is this is our first full case of hobby product being direct with Leaf coming.
Oh, yes. And I'm so excited for that one.
Leaf Lumber Kings. We're getting a full case from Leaf and a few boxes from our distributor. That is some sick bat knobs, all kinds of Rudy Poo candy ass stuff.
Like the pictures of it, I think it's a 21 product. Leaf Lumber.
This is what we call dead air in the podcast.
Keep it going. I'm usually back there. Bat knobs, Gaming's lumber off the end of the bat.
I mean, you're looking at Mickey Mantle bat knobs. You're looking at
nameplates.
Willie McCovey, Willie Mays nameplates off the bats. You're looking at bat chunks. Yeah, it's bat heavy product. It'll be interesting to see. A case entails how many?
10 boxes.
So we're gonna have at least 13 boxes for release day, I believe. So, and then an interesting product coming out of TriStar coming up. It is a case of autographed baseballs, but is Yankee edition. And so, case contains 12. We are guaranteed that 6 of the balls are pre-1991, and 6 of the baseballs are autographed post-1991. So, of course, they throw out, you could get Mickey Mantle, you could get, Yogi Berra.
Oh, yeah. All the big names.
Of course. You could get David Justice, you could get Ichiro, you could get, who knows. But when the guy called, our rep called and said, hey, this is a new product. Would you be interested? I was like, yeah, what the hell? Put us down for a case. I'm always good for ripping a few baseballs, right?
Yeah. We're running out of some room for baseballs at Turf and Dirt, though.
Yeah, we're running out of room, but I'll make some room. It'll be all right.
The one that I'm most interested in that releases the end of April is the 8x10 autographed baseball photos, which I think is fairly new for TriStar, too. They don't look like the
last 8x10 photo thing we got
Yes.
wrapped up into
That
was
was the Leaf.
absolutely crappy.
So
That was a truck, by the way.
I'm really thinking that these are going to be true 8x10 photographs.
All
Because
right.
TriStar does it well.
So here we go. We're going to do our preview rip. Like I said, we're going to do an absolute basketball. And through the magic of television, you're going to see this edited in. Sorry, I wasn't recognizing my beautiful...
Your beautiful face.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go quite there, but... All right, here we go. We are ripping 2020-21 Absolute Basketball. 2 mini boxes per master box.
Tony's not here to take care of your garbage.
It's all right. I'm not going to throw up further down the trough. Now, the only thing that sucks is Absolute usually is cellophane packs. Right? So you can see what's happening. So we got James Wiseman and Luka Doncic. It's a nice looking jersey by Luka.
Kind of matches one that you have.
Does match one that I have. It's an extra husky schmedium. Just for the record. So there is a single pack per mini box. So there's one mini box. There's a dose mini box. All right, so kind of reposition this here. So we got Russell Westbrook on the front. We got LaMelo Ball on the back.
Whoa, whoa.
And it's a thickie. LaMelo's a thickie.
So, do you really think LaMelo's pricing has dropped since he might be out for the rest of the season?
No. I think it's going to take a turn like Joe Burrow, and his stuff is going to remain going up the entire time he's out. All right, we got Russell Westbrook foil. We got Isaac Okoro. Well, I didn't realize, but they're all pretty thick. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Isaac Okoro. Okay, Golden State action. Rookie threads, Nico Mannion. We've got tools of the trade. Look at that. That's pretty nice. To $199.
Is that LaMelo?
Vernon Carey.
Oh, the wrong freaking Hornets.
But we got to 49, LaMelo Ball. To 49, LaMelo, touch me softly.
Touch me softly, really?
Isn't that
Is
his
he
name?
fragile?
That's his nickname. Touch
Oh.
me softly. LaMelo Ball. That's for the camera.
Did not know that.
To 49, touch me softly, or touch me hard. Just touch me.
Is that what his name variation would be?
That's his motto. Yeah, just touch me. All right. Let's get Mannion. The only problem with like Absolute, it goes quick. It's like it's like a 2-minute brother. You know what a 2-minute brother is?
No.
Oh.
But you got who on the back? Anthony Edwards.
Who's that? The actor? The guy that played on Top Gun and ER?
No.
Oh, come on. Tyrese Halliburton on the front. Karl Anthony Towns. Ooh, Kyle Kuzma. Tools of the trade. Who the hell? Jamal Wilkes. What the crap is that? To 49, retired Lakers. Jamal Wilkes to 4.9. And then we got Anthony Edwards to 1.99.
That's not a bad box.
That was actually super not poopy. That was super not poopy. We might get a couple more.
We'll see. Give it the week, see what happens.
Super not poopy.
See where the reorder pricing is.
All right, let's get after some serious subject now. Not playing around. Let's quit dicking around. We're going to talk about Prism Basketball's releasing coming up.
Scary as shit.
That is a controversial topic. Why is that?
Because it's...
I want to hear your tape. Oh, I'm going...
You're going wrong.
Taping it to my chest, and we're going mic up. You tell me why, in your opinion, that's a controversial topic.
Okay, how many packs are in that box? Is it
12?
So, who in their right freaking mind is going to pay $200 for a pack of cards? You?
Hello, how many boxes am I buying?
Well, yes, but you're not going to walk into the store up on the corner and drop a $200 bill.
I'm an LCS, dude. I don't have to.
Well,
it's coming to my door.
General public. You're not going to walk as a Jim Brown guy off the road.
Yeah, let's take that.
I don't know where that was
Are
going.
you having some issues? Did you just have a stroke?
That was not wanting to process. But you were not going to walk like a Joe Blow. That's what I was trying to think of.
Are you going to say that to the guy that pulls the LaMelo Ball silver out of it?
Well, yes.
Because the guy that spends the $200 and pulls the LaMelo Ball silver.
And then he's going to turn them straight to PSA, and they're going to sit.
And be pissed off that it's not back in a heartbeat.
Yes, because his pricing is going to fall.
Oh.
Is what everybody kept saying.
Is that a hot tip right now? Are you speaking as a Kards Korner producer or a member of Turf and Dirt? This could be a hot tip. Hold on.
It's all based off of what I keep seeing on the sports card owner page. They keep saying, couldn't LaMelo Ball break his wrist or fracture his wrist, whatever he did, after Prism release? Because it is a pre-sale at $2,500.
Is that a record?
That has to be a record for Prism.
It has to be. It actually is. It is a record.
I think right now we can get 1920 Prism cheaper than that.
The funny thing is
or 18.
I remember Prism last year. We were sitting at this table, and as a matter of fact, I think we were live on Instagram.
Okay.
We had a box open for packs.
Mm-hmm.
We had a sealed box on the shelf. 1920 Prism.
Okay.
We had a card shop in Colorado, not Fruitman, so calm down.
Oh, that's right.
Contacted us in the middle of our broadcast on Insta and said, what are you charging per pack for Prism? And we said at the time it was $35 per pack. And we thought that was ridiculous. And he goes, I'll take it. And we sold him at 35 times 12 and shipped it to him and thought, highway robbery, right?
Mm-hmm. Thought we were going for a steak dinner that night.
And right now, the release price is $2,500. And we're getting how many? Two. And you're probably asking yourself, how in God's green earth with Turf and Dirt moving as much product as they do, how are they only getting 2? The basketball allocation game is still effing brutal.
It is so hard. You know, we can get Case of Inception. We can get.
And here's the thing right now. You guys have in front of you the president of pre-orders, the pharaoh of
tracking down product,
funk, right here, Stacy. She is in charge of all Turf and Dirt's ordering. So go ahead. Caller, do you have a question? Oh, wait, no, we're not live like
What
that.
is your thought on First Off the Line Prism? Because that sold out today in a matter of seconds on a
So
Dutch
to
auction.
me, First Off the Line is, I don't believe in it, never have. I've done First Off the Line ordering once, and that was Chronicles last year. Do you remember that?
I do.
And we actually didn't do too bad because It wasn't the first off the line parallels that we got that made the Chronicles worth it. It was just a player that I was looking for. I got. Mm-hmm. I think it's a way for Panini to stick it in and break it off for another $250 extra over, what they're probably gonna release their shit for their hobby. But here's the thing: is you could take a dump in a box, put a sticker on it, and call it whatever you want, right? But it's still a dump in the box. I love my card people, the guys that come in. I will never point them towards Prism basketball. Like if you come in and you have a hard on to buy it, I will sell it to you because I am a people pleaser at heart, not. So I will move it to you, but after that, I am not going to advocate for it. Because once we sell it out, we're not reordering it, right? And oh my God, are the breakers going to go insane over it? And when the retail hits, holy shnikes, it's going to be nothing but blasters and cellos and hangers and hanger packs and, $19.99 for a blaster. And if you do the pick your team, they're getting $900 for the one blaster.
Okay, so let's take... Well, okay, so you had some Don Russ blaster that came in today. You comped out a Don Russ basketball blaster, right?
No. I had a hoops blaster.
This year's hoops.
Yes.
Okay.
I had Don Russ hanger packs that came in today.
Okay, so what were the hanger packs going for?
No idea. I think they're retailing for $40.
Okay. So
I think they were $39.99 Don Russ hangers. So you guys are experiencing what my life is on a moment by moment basis. Is me having a conversation with her, and her going to her phone, typing some shit in, and then regurgitating the shit to me. Here we go. Ready? Go.
So based off of that, that's 30%. I'm trying to think of the math.
Don't think of math. Don't think of Matt. Think of Ryan.
The math.
Oh, sorry.
So, help me out with your math skills. So,
yes.
If a hobby box sold on release day at $1,200.
For what?
Don Russ.
Ouch.
At $1,200.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're looking at a hanger that's right now selling for $40. Okay. So,
God, this is some compelling.
You're selling a hanger for roughly $75 a Prism basketball at that markup.
For a pack that costs you $10,
yes.
$9.99, right? Hanger packs. That's different than a cello.
Yes.
Cellos are usually what? $14.99, $12.99, depending on the release, right? That wasn't satisfying enough. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of feeling the urge to rip something else.
I can see that.
Jimmy's
over here tweaking his hands. He's having to hold his hands.
I'm twitching. My Squatch and my Ichiro Funko I got in trade today is not cutting it.
So going back to this though,
yeah,
the rumor has it that April 1st retail is going to be super hard to get.
That's what we've
locally,
heard. That's what
least.
We've heard. Yes.
So if Prism Basketball is releasing on the 31st, it should be a week later if the current trend before it hits retail. So it might be harder to find.
Prism?
Yes.
In retail?
In retail.
It's going to be impossible to find.
So
here's the thing, and I'm going to tie this topic in right now because it kind of falls into what we're talking about. I have gotten a flood, okay, and you've seen it. How much retail basketball did I have come in today?
Jesus, I walked in and the whole counter was full of stuff in my area.
Yeah. So we have been getting flooded with people calling and coming in with retail product because we pay over what, right?
Yeah.
And
we pay a fair price.
Now, but here's the other, so typically you would think that's a doomsday scenario. Oh shit, everybody's offloading their retail, we're screwed, right? I counted them today. There were 6 phone calls today asking if I had hobby product.
Impressive.
Are you kidding me? That's a record. 6 people calling. Granted, 5 of them were asking about basketball.
Yeah.
Asking if I had hobby product. That has never happened before. I think the pendulum is swinging
because I can't find
a different way. Like, they are going F the retail. I'm going to hobby.
So on Saturday, I had a guy in here with this kid.
Saturday, something happened to me too.
And
not that I needed to be diddled or needed to call the police, but something epic happened to me.
And so
I had a elephant. Huh? I mean, I had a symphony.
Did you?
I mean, epiphany.
Okay. So he was looking for soccer. So I pulled down the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I pulled down the box of MLS soccer.
That's been sitting up there forever.
Put it on the counter. You know,
See.
$6 a pack.
Si, senor.
We don't carry a lot of soccer. There's not a lot of soccer.
Did you know releases. I was bilingual?
No.
No. Si, senor.
So then they go back to the comments.
Okay.
And obviously we don't keep refreshing soccer comments.
Correct.
And I told him, I said, we don't go through a lot of soccer. Or there's not a lot of soccer that comes in here. I pull out the handful of relics that I have behind me in the white boxes. So the kid ends up buying like $10 worth of soccer cards. In the meantime, Dad's going, well, we could just go to Target and find a pack of soccer. And I pipe up and I said, well, I don't think Target's going to sell soccer. And it was just like, they were going through all of this. And then completely,
with Target as their last,
yes,
their last ditch effort.
But you're in a hobby shop to find what you need.
So I do believe that there is a loss of translation with what a hobby shop really is today. Mm-hmm. I think people that walk in here, especially fathers and sons, mothers and sons, sons and daughters, and, you know, whatever combination, I think they don't quite understand what they're walking into.
I would get it.
Are you going to yawn? Really?
I was kind of yawning, yes.
Lord, help me. Help me, please. Give me the strength. So I think that's an issue. Now, educating the public is important.
Yeah.
Right?
We do a lot of that.
Letting people know the differences, why we carry what we carry. But the problem is right now is, you know, retail comes to the door, you can't refuse it.
No.
And we're having an abundance of I would say 40% of my inventory right now, retail. Mm-hmm. 50% of my basketball is retail. Once we get it on the shelf.
Yep.
I had a gravity feed box, for crying out loud, full of packs come through the freaking door of hoops. I have not seen a gravity feed box in ever. Like, even when I was with the other shop in Fairhaven, never saw gravity feed. And gravity feed hoops came through the door today.
And you're stupid if you don't take it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because there's a certain segment that comes in that's only trained to buy retail. Mm-hmm. It's like they only are known to, if they see blasters, hangers, packs, and boxes, that's all they like lock in to buy.
Well, in the last
it sucks,
4 days that we've been open, business days, we have probably sold 9 optic mega boxes since Thursday night.
I had 12 going into the weekend.
Yep.
And I sold the last one today. Mm-hmm. It's insane. It is the market today. So we've talked about this before in podcasts, right? The market today is crazier than it was yesterday. And it's super crazier than it was the day before. Now I want to talk.
It's so hard to order because things are selling that.
Do you need to lie on the couch?
No.
Just kick your shoes off?
No, but
talk to Dr. Phil.
Dr. Jimmy.
Dr. Phil.
It is so hard because it's like you don't know what you're ordering. And then we went into the weekend with holes. And
was it embarrassing that the rep of one of our distributors was like, oh, yeah, you order every day, don't you? Was that embarrassing?
He called it a home run. You had a home run this week. I talked to you 5 days. You placed 5 orders. From numerous warehouses.
Oh, goodness. So the upside...
But we still had holes, even though I ordered 5 days.
I'm looking at some gaping holes right now on the wall. like I've said time and time again, I started the business because I understood the market. There was no mysteries. Today, I don't understand it. Now, I've seen a cosmic shift. Now, we're going to get into this next topic here. Kind of ties in. We were at the show down in Auburn last Saturday. Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things that I'd always seen...
You were.
I was, yes. You were here.
Yes.
One of the things that I've always seen at the shows was dealers were always willing to make the deal to get the sale done. There was no deal that they wouldn't entertain. And so I'm sitting there kind of going about my business, right? Mm-hmm. And I decide to take a slow stroll past all the tables. From guys that have been going forever to newbies just showing up to our local brethren up north, all around. I made my slow stroll.
A couple of our collectors.
And made Tony sit at the table. And
we had a customer down there with a table. And then one of our Instagram...
Autograph Dude. Shout out to Autograph Dude. Autograph Dude was actually sitting right behind me. I set up the table, and I got a tap on my shoulder, and he introduced himself. I thought it was great. We got to kind of go back and forth all show. It was a lot of fun. But one of the things I noticed is dealers are now drawing a hard line. They know the market is healthy, and they are not willing to negotiate. There was absolutely, in all the tables I saw, zero negotiation. It was... take it for what I'm asking or move on and let somebody else get it.
I had to do that here in the store on Saturday. It was like the Jordan Love bronze optic. Will you take less? Nope, it was just comped. That's what we're asking.
So I don't, we're going to the Everett show next week, right? Mm-hmm. Everett show down in Everett, believe it or not.
The Everett show in Everett.
Kind of surprising, right? The Everett show is in Everett. It's going to be the Everett Mall. We got one table. I'm thinking of going hard. I'm thinking of going like balls first, Kards Korner.
Okay.
Just Kards Korner. Just getting all the hate. How do you feel about that? Should I get all the hate?
It's an interesting...
I get all the hate anyway.
It's an interesting thought process.
We got a new monitor, so we had technical difficulties with the TV, so... I
don't think it was a TV. I think it was your dingle dauber thingamajig in your the hooks into your computer.
My dingle is fine.
Your dingle.
My doctor said so.
Your dingle was weak.
Really?
Do you want your boys back?
God dang, man. That's absolutely brutal. All right, so we're going to cut that part out.
So... just out of curiosity, because we haven't really talked about this, the April show is new. The Everett Mall show is new.
Yes.
Okay, with Everett being only an hour-ish south of us, why would you only do Kards Korner but not promote Turf and Dirt? Because we keep getting people going, oh, I didn't know there was a card shop in our area.
Because I think of all the things that we have our fingers into, Kards Korner is the least advanced.
Okay.
So Kards Korner needs the most help.
No, it makes sense.
Turf and Dirt is on the map. I think when you Google Turf and Dirt, Google card shop, Turf and Dirt pops. We don't need help in that area. I would like Kards Korner to get a little bit more play. So to me, advertising the podcast is more important.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, it does.
I do plan on going hard either in the next Auburn show or the next Everett show, because we haven't flexed our baseball and football muscle yet. We have yet to lay down the thunder.
How did hockey do? Because you took hockey this time.
Hockey did pretty well. I had one couple that came up, and they were great. I talked to them for probably an hour. And he was looking for certain singles. And he wanted a box. And, these other guys suck. And it was awesome. And the wife was right in it. I talked to her probably 30 minutes of that hour.
I know hockey's hard for shops to get because of the diamond
dealer 6-month cool off period. But the whole point of the show is to be unique, right? I don't want to do what everyone else is doing.
You don't want to take your junk wax?
No. I mean, I sell it well enough in the shop. I don't need to flex it down there. But, like Tony and I were talking, if I brought baseball and football, that's a game changer. Because especially box and pack wise, I don't know anybody that carries as much stock as we do.
The hard thing is we will never shut down the store just for a show.
Correct. Except we've talked about Everett.
The stadium, yes.
Right. Shutting down early to be able to handle opening up in the stage. Should we talk about that now?
Yeah,
or no?
We could talk about that.
You want to talk about it briefly? Okay, so we're done with the show talk.
Yep.
So there's that line now drawn where dealers are no longer negotiating. It's take from my price or
move on.
I'm going to sell it to the next person walking down.
Because somebody's going to give me what I'm asking.
Now, coming up in May is Everett Aqua Sox season. Now, we've talked about this somewhat, but one of the things that Stacy and I have done in the past with the other shop, we were responsible for the Aqua Sox sponsorship. And what that entailed was with the other shop, we were involved with the team set giveaway. And so what that means is we don't actually pay to have it produced. The team pays to have it produced, but we pay to have it advertised. And the flip side to that is we get our store logo put on the back of every single card produced. We carried that over to Turf and Dirt last year. COVID shut it down. We signed a letter of addendum to the agreement for 2021. That is coming up in May. We are still honoring that agreement. We are going to be responsible for the team set giveaway. But the beautiful part is the next round of team sets will have
our Turf and Dirt logo.
Turf and Dirt logos, baby. Now, the interesting part is, and I don't know if Everett wants this to get out, but I'm going to drop it here. Everett comes to us to trade for autographed items.
Yeah.
Because I'm known to have an abundance of current Mariner autographs, and it's easier for them to negotiate with me than chase down the players to get them to sign shit.
Especially with having 1 year of no players coming through Everett.
Right. So we've signed a deal with Everett that in exchange for about $1,000 worth of autographs, we get a 8 by 10 foot banner or something like that in the concourse all year. Right?
Yep, to advertise Turf and Dirt.
Now, one of the interesting things with the sponsorship is we open up a shop inside the stadium. We actually put up a card booth to sell sports cards in a baseball stadium. Believe it or not, folks.
Which seems like the most common situation that should be happening. It is the most unique situation.
Like when we sat down originally with Everett, right? We sat down with Alex and the GM, Danny, and it was like, we've never had anybody suggest that.
We've never seen it in any of the stadiums we travel.
A card shop inside the stadium, that's a no-brainer. And we had success. We did a ton of, it was great. And because I'm heavy in Mariner autographs with a Mariner affiliate, OMG, LOL. I just did that.
And we've gained so many customers.
Oh, absolutely.
From it.
Now, the fun part is we would engage in some in-inning promotions, right? We got to do that a little bit.
Yep.
God, he even shoved a mic in my face towards the end of the year to say something, and I couldn't do it.
Really?
You remember that? Yeah, I couldn't talk because it was in front of like 5,000 people. I'm like, come on.
That's just a few less than what they're allowing into the Mariner Stadium for opening day.
Anyway, so that promotion's going to go on. I would love to do a Kards Korner remote from a game.
Oh, that would be cool.
Like from the booth, the Turf and Dirt booth, Kards Korner, do an episode.
Just like the radio guys do.
Yes, exactly. And maybe get one of the radio guys to come on and do us.
You have the announcer.
In a non-violent violation way.
Steve, he does a lot of radio, high school, sports. He's the announcer for the Aqua Sox, but to be able to sit down with some of the players before game and do some interviews for Kards Korner, that would be pretty legit.
I think it would be pretty good. I think he would have a lot of insight. I know at the end of the season 2 years ago, right? It's 2 years now. Can you believe that?
2 years since we've been to a game.
We've had the idea of turf and dirt because we talked about it with some of them.
There's a fight out there.
Is there a fight?
Yeah.
Shit, we got a fight outside. Looks like we're going to have to take a little bit of break. We're going to go into break right now and deal with the fight outside, and we will be back after these messages. Here we go.
Let's do this.
All right, we are back. So we had some fireworks outside.
They're still kind of occurring, but
we might have to break away and deal with an epic meltdown outside. All right. Couple of things coming out of break we want to talk about. So the other night, I was super tired, right? We went home. Really?
Mm-hmm. Carrie wants my beers. She wants my cider.
Are you going to help me explain this? Or
Okay, yes.
because you were the reason for it.
I was the reason. Because the deal is,
Yes.
I was watching KB get into Mariner case breaks.
Trying to pull me Evan White.
Trying to pull some Evan White. He would pull him and then turn him around and flip him to Jimmy. So I said, hey, Kyle, if you see another case break, let me know. This is what I'm wanting to spend in the $90-ish range for a case for the Mariners.
Do not disclose who we broke with.
No, I won't.
Okay.
So Kyle ends up snagging a team.
By the way, this
For us.
breaker was entertaining. He's got great camera presence.
So we went, I go
Don't
into the
disclose
bedroom.
it.
I know. I went to the bedroom. Jimmy's just done at 7 o'clock or I mean, know what time.
I was tired.
7:30 we got home. He just went straight to the bedroom. So then I was like, hey, so KB picked us up a Mariners break. So here, why don't you rip it or watch it? Rip it. And
I'll rip it.
so then it goes from there to, oh, it's not filled yet. Oh.
So we decided to pony up, and we ended up buying into over $300 worth of spots. Now, I have not been in the break game
I'll do what
for
Jimmy does.
quite a while. Ended up being like $340 we spent on spots, and we got a total of $30 worth of cards, maybe. Now,
So we picked up the Padres, which should have been a good one.
right, I was anticipating Tatis.
Jimmy's rocking a little Tatis.
I was anticipating Tatis. Or Luis Patino or somebody. Paddock, somebody. Come on. Padres, somebody.
Then we got into the micro to a filler.
And who was the micro?
Well, it was
D-backs.
weird. It was weird how he did it because it was a draft scenario instead of just let the teams fall. We went with the D-backs.
Okay, so they probably don't want to like a blow-by-blow recap because that's
I'm just
boring
giving
as
it
shit.
to you. And then
So anyway, the bottom line is we spent $340, got maybe $30 worth of cards. Now, it got me to think, and usually when I'm at my most tired is when my brain kicks into high gear. And I thought to myself, is this the status of breaks today? And if it is, ouch. Right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I had a hard time sleeping that night because it felt gross.
and it wasn't that the money was a big deal.
No, but it just, for what you get in return, it just felt gross. I understand that that's kind of the game today. You know, when you break, it's a risk, but it just didn't sit well. And I thought about it the very next day, And I even went live on Instagram and even kind of talked about it a little bit and was like, it just didn't feel, there was something about it just didn't feel good.
So would you have felt better with that $300, taking it and buying 2 boxes of Inceptions and maybe getting $30 worth of cards out of those 2 boxes? Like you got railed, but...
Putting it in that perspective, yes, because I was in control of getting railed. In this instance, me getting railed was at the hands of somebody else, right? I had no control of what I got to pick, what box came out of what, right? That bothered me. And I understand we're going to get people, that's breaks. I get it, okay? I understand that is breaks today. But there is a reason why we don't participate in breaks. There's a reason why we don't run breaks out of turf and dirt. I want to make sure you guys get your money's worth. That is the point, right?
Yeah.
I feel bad for guys that pay $500 and don't get a card. I mean, that's brutal. That is casino. That is going to the slot machine, dumping $500, and the casino fairy taking a dump in your mouth. That is what that is. Cards should
all in
not
10 seconds.
Cards should not be that. Now, my hat goes off to KB, right? We sponsor KB Card Breaks. If you get a chance, go check them out. KB underprices most everybody. Runs the breaks great. Okay.
Products out of turf and dirt.
Right. Gets product from turf and dirt, but it's still a break. Problem?
Supposedly my video paused. This is what happens when you're a 2-person show.
Does that mean we're officially a shit show?
I don't know.
Oh, shit. Anyway, breaks are breaks. I understand the dynamic, the dilemma. But I also understand when people come in and they're pissed because the breaker that they've been breaking with, they've gotten like 0 to none in the last 5 breaks. I get it. I absolutely get it. But it made me appreciate what we offer and what we do, right? Offering by the pack and by the box.
And personal rips is such a unique thing to begin with.
Is it, though?
I feel like it
realistically, is it?
I still feel like it is, especially for an LCS. Because you can have all the retail guys out there offering their cellos, as a ripped and shipped on TikTok. But for a hobby shop to offer, last we counted, and I know there's more now, we had 100 titles on that wall. That is giving variety to our Instagram community.
And we don't turn away.
And they get it all.
We don't edit what's on the wall compared to what we offer to Instagram, right?
They get the 2-page menu in the smallest font we can do. But they get it all, and they get all their cards if they want them all. I ripped the other day for somebody, and they're like, "Well, just give them to some kids that came in, just pass them on." Yeah. Yes. So it's one of those things where I can get where addicting the breaks are because I was watching Inception breaks that day.
It was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie, especially when the person on the other side of the camera is good. Issue?
No, I'm just making sure it's still going.
I mean, when somebody is good with the camera and they have good camera presence, it's addicting as shit. I enjoyed it. The person we broke with, he was really good on camera. I enjoyed it. Loved it. I don't quite get some of the inside kind of jokes that some do, right? Because we're not insiders, right?
Not in the group.
But that's no different than us bantering back and forth with some of our Instagram crowd,
that
right?
was like every time a hit was hit.
I
know.
Don't do it. Don't identify them.
But there was some weird
don't identify them. We're not getting into that game.
It wasn't a let's go. It was some odd.
It was something else.
On the other hand, I know you're not a fan of Raz rooms.
Oh, man.
But I found myself, and I know where my limit is. Okay. I had
whatever the credit card company says.
No, I had a few minutes to kill before I needed to check out for the day. I was done with everything at school.
And Are you kidding me? Oh, so secrets are coming out now.
No, I was.
So we're doing this as a therapy session.
I was done with my stuff.
This is Turf and Dirt therapy.
And Legit was on, and I was falling asleep.
Legit's really good.
Yeah, I was falling asleep. My classroom was super hot.
Legit's our boy. He actually supported us during the break-in.
Cody's amazing.
Cody's awesome. Like, Cody runs one of the best Raz rooms because it doesn't even feel like a Raz room.
No.
That's the beauty part of it. So Legit, keep it up. You're awesome. We appreciate our affiliation with you.
You know, I pop on here
our
and there to
interactions
support
have been
him.
great.
He supports us.
Yeah.
You know, just send him $24 after a few razzes. What's a big deal? You know, I'm in there with Jordan and all these guys that are
Jordan Summit.
Full of hits was in there today. You know, all these guys that support us.
Sure.
You know, we're hanging out in the Raz room when.
Not me.
No, you don't have.
I'm comping
no
cards.
Time.
I'm posting. I'm losing my mind. So
what was your day like today at the shop?
Honestly, when I came to the shop this morning, I was here at, what time was I here this morning?
7.
Are we doing a day in the life?
Yeah.
Real brief?
Yeah, because you said today was just crazy.
It was. So I got about 20 minutes to myself this morning from about 7 to 7:20. I kind of chilled out. I got to enjoy my new big monitor, right? Mm-hmm. I put on, because I knew we were filming a podcast episode, I put on the latest upload just to kind of test it out. It was kind of nice to watch Kards Korner on a big screen, right, for my computer. Mm-hmm. And then when about 7:30 hit, I looked at the stack on my desk and went, time to post. So at about 7:30, I started posting singles. Okay. Posted singles for an hour, and that's both to the website and to YouTube, or to
Instagram.
eBay.
Yeah.
Wow, we were really
we were both on the right track there.
And then I knew I had shipping to do. So we had a consignment that came in. Mm-hmm. We sold a couple big cards in consignment, and I knew I had to get those shipped out. So I converted from that to shipping, went and shipped out about 3 or 4 cards, got them situated, and then it got to be about 9:30, and then the flood began. You all right?
Yeah, my video keeps pausing.
Is it because I'm super awesome? Could that be the case?
It says pause due to poor connection.
Oh, so I'm a poor connection. Anyway, so once 9:30 hit, so we were expecting USPS, we're expecting UPS, so they showed up, got everything done, and then the flood of customers began. And at first it was buy, which is great, easy to do. Ring them up, check them out, and then it became buy, sell, phone call, buy, sell, phone call. And it was that repeated motion all day. You all right? Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Yep.
You look like you're having a stroke right now.
Producer and host.
Okay. So I'm not going to lie. You guys have not seen us on Instagram as much lately. It has been freaking insane. Once the open sign clicks on, it's a flood of people in. And it's not that everybody's buying at once. It's they come in, they want to talk. They want to talk about sports cards. They come in, they want to sell you something. Usually it's crap, but we still deal with them. And then it's, okay, I got a half an hour break. I'm going to go back to posting because I have a stack this high. I got to get online to make our money from our last amount of money we spent. And that's the exchange all day. You know, and then in the meantime, I have Stacy calling me, right? What do we need to order?
Yeah.
What have you sold out of? You having issues?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because you look like you're having problems. And then it's, okay, here's what we need to order. Oh, we sold out of this. What is releasing tomorrow? What is coming? And then I decided, and I don't know why I decided to do this, but I decided to redo all the tags on our shelf to make them uniform. Make the size the same across the board. And I spent about 4 hours doing it and got about a quarter of the product done. And that was a big mistake. But, I kicked myself otherwise. I figured, you know what? What the hell? Let's branch out. I got my settlement back today. I can afford to take the afternoon off and just do tags. Well, that didn't happen. The biggest thing with being an LCS owner is this. You have to be not anchored to a certain schedule.
Flexible.
That is one of the things that Stacy and I fight about all the time. She is very schedule oriented. If it's not on her schedule, if she didn't plan for it, she's not having it. And if you have to interrupt her schedule that she has written down, it's no joke. It's a problem. Her and I, that's our biggest fight that we have as a couple, right?
Mm-hmm. I like my list.
She needs her list. She needs her schedule. And I'm a very fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. So what I've learned is as an LCS owner is you can't have a schedule. You cannot have a list because it changes moment to moment. There are times when before COVID, we would see 4 people in a day, right? Mm-hmm. Right now, we are lucky to see less than 15 people in an hour. Like, that is a lucky slow time. 15 people.
And then I get here in the afternoon. And then I'll go, okay, there's this project that we need to do.
And how many did we get done?
0.
Why is that?
Because customers come first.
And the bitch of it is, we didn't get a chance to go to Instagram at all.
No.
Like tomorrow, I am dedicating a slot of time to do a preview rip of opening day, like we always do, right? And I'm going to offer personal rips, most likely first thing in the morning.
You're going to have to start at 7.
It's going to have to start at 7 because once the open sign clicks on, we have shipments due to arrive, postage to do. I got shipping to get done. I have consignment that has come through the door that I got to get posted. I've got to get the wall back in order. I've got to make sure that holes are filled in the cases. I got to make sure the floors are swept, the cases are wiped down, and that's all before we open the door.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. It really is. And during the day, it's only me. That's it. Stacy's at school. So this isn't COVID times. This is post-COVID where Stacy's actually teaching in her classroom. So I appreciate the 2 guys that we have helping us. But one of them is super busy and the other one is crickets.
Has another job.
So it's hard. It's really hard. Stacy and I have really worked on trying to get away. Taking 1 day a month, 2 days a month to just set the business aside and break down. But we can't afford to do it now.
No.
We just can't arrange schedules. We can't get things lined up. So this is 24/7 what we're doing. Now, this is going to translate to the next topic, and we're going to discuss this because this is a topic we typically wouldn't get to reach otherwise. But I noticed it was a serious concern during the summit. I saw the topic come up. Okay, Luft Brothers, remember them? You were in a women's only group with them, right?
Yep.
There is a serious issue with women in sports cards today. And now that you're here in front of the camera, we get to explore that a little bit. So let me understand. I'm curious, because I haven't asked you this. How do you view, because you just started doing it. Like, you just came right behind me, and all of a sudden you're LCS owner. And
I'm riding on your coattail.
How do you view it?
Barely hanging on.
How do you view it today? I want to hear, because you grew up in the sheep world.
Yeah.
You were a farmer.
I did 4-H FFA, raised sheep, wore Romeos.
And the funny part is, as I always tell this, you weren't the 12-year-old girl laying in the cow pasture dreaming of sports cards, right?
No, I played basketball up through elementary school, and that was about it.
She's lying. She's not athletic.
No.
So tell us what you... tell us where you think your position is in today.
Well, this is... And Jimmy kind of sprung this on me tonight.
I did, because that's me. Shock jock.
I know. So it's kind of hard to think about because going back to the summit, I was kind of up in arms about the comment that was made of there's more women into the hobby So you better carry women's basketball. Because that was right
I remember you being upset about
that.
That
was
comment.
Right when WNBA Prism was releasing.
Yeah, I remember you were upset about that.
Okay, so that kind of like...
Why were you upset about it?
Well, it pissed me off because...
Oh, she used the PM me off comment. You all right?
Yeah, my phone keeps going to sleep.
Oh. Does it... It didn't have enough naps throughout the day?
Yeah, no, I didn't have enough naps.
Oh.
But the thing is it made me mad because even in this breakout rooms that we were in during this training, that all the gals are piping up, talking about we collect more
than just women prism.
Than women's basketball. And we see that in the shop. You know, I have Carrie's online, live with us on Instagram. You know, she reps her fair share of basketball, but baseball, when she was in shop local to us, baseball was her number one rip. Mm-hmm. Okay? It doesn't matter what sex you are to what sport. And so that kind of made me a little edgy on the topic. And then it came to the topics about, you know, when guys come into the shop to sell things... Because there is a women's collector Facebook group that's open to anybody. I don't have it.
Men?
No, it's open to women.
Oh, women only. So
women
it's
only,
discriminatory.
But it's not a sports card owner page. It's open to the hobby. It's called Women in Sports Cards, if I remember the name.
Is the W capitalized?
I don't know.
You should know those things.
But
because I know the M is capitalized most times.
No.
We're masculine. Yeah.
No. So, you know, we talk about, you know, when people come into the store to sell you something, that they look past the women in the shop and ask for the male. And we've had that conversation.
Yes.
You know, I don't feel necessarily like I've been treated like that. There's some guys that will deal with just you. Mm-hmm. You know.
Is that because I'm friends with them or because they are... I mean, I asked you this topic earlier before we went on, mm-hmm. right? Is it because they're crapping on your gender or because I'm friends with them?
You're friends with them. You're more comfortable. You're here.
But you can't use that as a legitimate crapping on your gender excuse, right? No. Because
nobody's been.
I could get bent out of shape when we go into Target and you flock right to the Target retail manager who's a female.
Yeah, I made friends with her.
And she doesn't even bat an eye at me.
She doesn't hook me up with
I'm
anything.
sexy, but she doesn't even look my direction. I could get offended by that as a man.
Well, you could.
But I don't because I understand the context of which it's happening.
I built a relationship with her. I've been nice.
I'm some damn good looking shit too, by the way. 16 pounds less.
But just like what we talked about before we went on break.
A year.
You can be an ass too. So, point taken.
Did you just mic drop right there?
I did.
Oh, shit.
Drop my pen. So, I don't know. In the shop, it's definitely a hard balance to where do I fit in. Am I just behind the scenes? Keeping things organized, keeping products arriving, you know, working graphics and social media and that kind of stuff? Or am I more in the front of the shop? Because we've always said that you're the eyes, you're the face of turf.
Eyes.
You're the face of turf and dirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm okay with not being...
This is going to be dangerous, I can tell.
No, I'm okay with not being the face of turf and dirt.
I can tell we're going down a path and I'm going to pay for at some point. And but it's not gender related. Do you understand that?
Yeah. I understand that.
I honestly feel that nobody has better knowledge than me in the position that I'm in under the turf and dirt banner.
You handle situations differently than I do, and we had that tonight.
If somebody is better than I will be happy to step aside. But the problem is, and, you know, despite all the work you've done, when we started Turf and Dirt, I was here.
Yeah.
Like,
and
early
I have no
in the
problem
mornings.
With that.
And
I know I have another job that pays all of our personal bills.
Well, you just dropped that too, right? Shit.
I have.
Wow, that's that masculine thing going on right there. Oh, she just pin dropped that. But I am one. So we have to decide, right? When we started Turf and Dirt, somebody had to be the leader.
Yes.
Okay. We decided I was going to be the leader.
Tag, you're it.
Now, here's the thing, though. And there are certain things that I am not as good at. Mm-hmm. And I can easily step aside in order for those to get done. And I've done that time and time again. Right? You are more organized than I am. You are ordering better than I can. You have a better grasp of calendaring and spreadsheets and all the things that irritate the living out of me.
The graphics and all that.
But I let it go, step aside, and concentrate on things that I know I'm good at.
We make a good team.
I don't know if people agree with that, but
we do. We balance each other out.
Now, do you think there's ever going to be a time where women are looked at equally?
I think there is, even right now. There's some powerhouse card shops that have women
that have chicks in the front.
In the front.
Is that
you have
racist
Sarah,
to call chicks?
You have Sarah Layton's. You have Mrs. Squirt.
Whoa. Name dropping on Insta.
I know.
Mrs. Squirt.
She runs breaks.
She's a breaking machine, actually. I mean, I've been following her for a while, and she's a powerhouse.
The plaid tablecloth.
Wow. I don't even know that well.
That's her symbol.
So, I mean, is it just, do you think it's, I mean, we talk about women, this last month was Women's month,
or
right?
something
Women's
stupid
month,
like that.
right?
I don't get wrapped up into that shit.
Well, but
yeah,
this is coming up at a convenient time.
Yeah.
Right? Is there a time where maybe, is really gender, does that become neutral? Do you think that's ever going to be the case? At least in sports cards. I don't dare to tackle that subject outside of our world.
Ask me that after Nationals. I want to see at the Nationals where and how I'm viewed.
So you have an agenda.
I do have an agenda. I have a little hidden agenda experiment that's going to happen at the Nationals.
Yeah, but you can't just go and stand in the corner, right?
No.
You have to actually be interactive.
Yes.
I think that's the worst thing about this situation is, let's be honest, when it gets to be a little tough, you go, Jerry? Jerry?
Yep.
You did it today with the couple that was in here that is out there duking it out and beating the shit out of each other. Oh. You know, you were having some issues, and instead of just handling it, you called for reinforcements.
I didn't call, you just came. You can tell when I need backup.
Like armed, ready to tear gas the next person coming through the door. Yeah. Well. Have you experienced any blatant discrimination? I mean, is there somebody that's really just pissed you off when they were just like, you have boobs, so I am not going to listen to you at all? Has that ever happened?
No. I do think that we have a pretty good local community base and a pretty good Instagram community. I've never been treated rudely.
Have you noticed that our female collecting population has almost doubled in the last 6 months?
Yeah, we have females coming into the shop, ripping packs with their grandsons.
Only have is Sarah.
We have Sarah.
Sarah on Instagram. She's ripping like crazy.
Locally, Carrie's been with us from the start.
Carrie's, yep. I know. I met Carrie when we were over in the other shop.
Yep. She collects the other day, Misty out of Mississippi.
She was back, huh?
She ripped a box of Optic with me the other day.
She first came on board during our New Year's Eve rips, supporting the shop for our break-in. Nice. The funny part, I don't ever notice, nobody ever, I guess that's the thing I understand is, and we talk about different segments of the population, but there's never anybody that I've ever heard say, oh, women don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? I've never heard anybody verbalize that.
I don't feel like
I don't ever think there's somebody with an agenda that goes, yeah, if you got tits, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah. But I do think sometimes when, when people come in.
What was that? You
paused
paused briefly.
Well, I was hearing something in the background, but I think it was just
Stacey was almost calling the police during the break, so.
A poor pregnant woman outside. She was getting her ass handed to her verbally. Anyways, I do feel like, sometimes some customer will come in and, if I'm up at the counter and you're back posting, they'll lean over the case that your Evans are in to get your attention sometimes.
And you take offense to that?
I've learned not to take offense to it.
Is there a reason to, though?
Because it's the same one. Like, it's the same person every time. I just learned to let it go. I don't get wrapped up on things.
But is that lack of because I know who you're talking about. Is that the lack of social skill?
It could be.
Or just, I don't think I think with a lot of people that come through the door, there's no nefarious reason as to why they do what they do.
No.
I think most of it is.
There's the one that, hey, Jimmy.
What?
He always comes down. Hey, Jimmy, can I get this?
Anyway. All right.
Oh, freaking Instagram.
Are we having issues?
Yeah, because I'm not watching it enough that it keeps pausing.
Okay. All right. So
anyways,
we basically determined that there's no serious agenda of females being discriminated against.
Sports cards, there's enough room for everybody
to
get
in. But females are not equal. You would agree with that, right? Females are not equal in the sports card world.
I don't know. I'm going to figure that out at Nationals.
You really think that's a proper cross-section to determine?
That's the biggest event. I can't look at just the shop. I have to look outside the shop.
But what happens if we weren't going to Nationals?
Then I can't answer that question yet because I haven't been to an industry summit. I haven't been to a conference. I haven't been to anything sports card related outside of this.
What do you hope to see at Nationals? I guess that's the next question. What are you looking to see and what would you like to see? Dude, I'm a great interviewer.
You are.
I think I should be on 60 Minutes. How do you feel about being a child? Was your childhood good? I'm curious, though. What are you looking to gain? If you got an agenda, I'm kind of curious because I'm going to be standing next to you. Am I going to have, fallout from what you're doing?
No, I'm just...
Are we wearing, shirts that say tits only?
No.
One,
I want to see how many females are in the industry that are there collecting, buying, or selling.
Yeah, but you understand there's two pavilions that we're going to be interacting with. There's the collector or the table pavilion, and then there's the breaker pavilion.
Okay, I don't know much about... I just know that I have a hotel room booked.
I just informed you.
informed you. So I'm just kind of looking at...
Are we going to burn bras at some point?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yep, because they're too hard to find.
Oh, okay. Let's go there.
Yeah, we don't need a bra shop.
Here we go. I'm going to tape this to my chest.
Okay, what's next?
All right, so we're going to do some Ask Kards Korner. I think right now is an appropriate time. But first, we got breaking news coming out of RBI Crew. When we were in the break, Stacey shared this with me. I want to give a shout out to RBI Crew. They're having a COVID outbreak problem. They're going to be shutting down for this next week. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody.
Until further notice.
Yeah. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody over at RBI Crew. I wish them well. If there's anything Turf and Dirt can do, let us know. We would be happy to help you in any way we can. Mm-hmm. It sucks when somebody that's an anchor in the industry has an issue like RBI Crew. I think we've had interaction with RBI Crew. We look up to RBI Crew. They are our chief competitor, to be honest with you. They're the only ones out there doing it by the pack like we do. But they do it correct. And I was sad to hear that they're having issues with a lot of their employees coming down with COVID, and it was really affecting their business. So we want to give a shout out to them.
So please go support RBI Crew. Their website will be up. They will be fulfilling orders with the crew that
when you see them go live, please go out and support them, buy from them, let them know that you're behind. Because at the end of the day, if we're not supporting each other, we're not really about the hobby.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we're going to get on to Ask Cards Corner. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else pressing that you have written down?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to, I threw out kind of a last minute March Madness bracket. And Midlow, who's on one of our Instagram.
Midlow's been around a while with us.
So
Midlow's an anchor.
He's leading it.
It's not over yet, though.
It's not over, but here's going to be the hard thing. He has Arkansas beating Gonzaga in the finals.
Ouch.
And 13 other teams within the bracket has Gonzaga winning it. So either Midlow's going to tank it at the end.
Or he's winning it all.
Or he's winning it all if Arkansas pulls it off.
Wow. I don't even know what to say because I didn't even do anything in the bracket.
I did, but I'm sitting at 15th.
How'd that go, by the way?
If Gonzaga wins, I'm doing okay. That's like the only, I don't even know what it is. The west side of the bracket is the only one that I'm still kind of alive in.
So this has been a super weird Cards Corner, huh? How do you feel about? We're almost done with the episode.
I feel okay. I feel okay.
You all right?
Yep.
Liquored up pretty good. Your cheeks are nice and rosy.
You know, it's definitely interesting just doing it the two of us.
It is. Cards Corner's not easy. Doing a podcast is not an easy thing.
And I think that this episode's been a little more turf and dirt heavy just because that's us.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, so we're going to get into Ask Cards Corner. If you guys have questions, now is the time. I am here to answer them. Stacy is here next to me. You probably don't see her in the camera, but that's okay. She's still here. This is a segment that we do every Cards Corner. Mm-hmm. We have for the last couple episodes. How are we doing on the episode, generating? I know you did a big push and got 3 done, right?
Yes.
Do we have one more besides this one?
Yes, I have last week's in the queue.
Is it almost done?
It's not almost done.
Oh. Does that mean we haven't started it yet?
We haven't started it.
Oh, shit.
But if I feel as shitty as people say I'm going to feel this weekend, I will be working from home.
Sweet. So, I will be at Turf and Dirt by myself, and Stacy will be producing Cards Corner episodes.
COVID shot number 2 will be happening, and I've been told you probably want to just hang low at home.
All right. Well, so we're low-hanging fruit.
I got a few projects I can do at home.
Cards Corner is the priority.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
any questions?
The first question that is coming up is, what is the hottest card right now in sports cards?
That is a great question. I think across the board, it's whatever is currently going, right? I think right now, because baseball is in spring training, and I think because football is non-existent at this point, right now, LaMelo, basketball, but LaMelo, even though he's hurt, hottest thing going right now. Everybody's coming in and trying to rip basketball. LaMelo. But the other side of that coin is they're trying to flip LaMelo.
Yeah.
Because I had a bunch of LaMelos come through the door as well. And not only that, people are trying to grade LaMelo right now. Because we had a bunch of grading come through the door today too. So the thing I notice is depending on which time of the year, it's always whatever the sport is the hottest, right? So when April hits and the draft happens, Trevor Lawrence is going to be the shit because he is going to be newly drafted. Sage will be out. Yep. Trevor Lawrence autos will be hot in Sage. Sage is always the first autograph of the college prospects into the draftees. That's coming out next week, I think, right?
Yep, next Wednesday. Sage low number.
So we got a week from tomorrow. Sage low number, first shot at Trevor Lawrence autos. That means once it hits, tons of Instagram posts of everything Sage related. Sage will disappear off the map 2 weeks later. Everybody will be peeing on a Sage box, but 2 weeks before, Sage. So that was the one product I remember when we were getting our allocations in the beginning that we ended up getting 6 boxes, and I was able to rip one and not have any concern.
Yeah.
it was Sage. And then we heard the story because the CEO of Sage was put 10,000 miles on his brand new car, driving all around because of the COVID shutdown to get all the prospects' autographs on the cards.
Yep.
He would have to drive to their house to get them to sign. So that's the kind of grind that is about Turf and Dirt, I think. Do you think?
It's just some of the grind in sports cards. It's not necessarily flipping your PSA cards.
But let me ask you, so you've been involved in other businesses before. Have you ever seen where the grind is more important than in sports cards in any other business?
No. Because you can grind out a box and get your money back if you're willing to put in the work. And you preach that all the time. It's not about the hit, because you rip that absolute basketball box. Some people look at the 4 hits out of the box and the rest of those cards go away.
But how does that translate? Because you did LuLaRoe, and I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. That's a company that is a
women's clothing
kind of at home social marketing. You know, I don't call it a pyramid marketing thing, but it's a legitimate carry inventory and sell. Is the grind as real in that as it is sports cards? I mean, have you ever seen anything like sports cards before as far as a grind goes? Because the work legitimately dictates what you get out of it, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's a different type of grind. Because I could go live with my clothing on Instagram or Facebook and sell my clothing. But it didn't take long to make $500. Okay. But if you take a box of Don Russ football, because that's your favorite thing to grind out, it's going to take you a while to get your $500. It's not overnight. It's not a 20-minute live sale.
So let me ask you, you've had both businesses, right? You've done both. What is more satisfying, the sports cards or the LuLaRoe? Or even, what was the other one you did when we first met? Posh. And that was a skincare. Yeah. You actually went to was it St. Thomas?
Yeah, I won a trip. I was one of the
in the Caribbean.
Top 150 that went to St. Thomas. That trip I earned, that was a grind. What's a bigger grind?
Sports cards or that?
I would think sports cards is a bigger grind because it's consistent. Like, that was a hard 3 months that I grinded it out to earn it. But
it was 3 months and then over.
Yeah. I wanted the trip. And
this Turf and Dirt is a grind from opening day to today.
And it will be a grind until the day that we decide to either sell Turf and Dirt or close the doors and walk away.
Have you ever thought about selling Turf and Dirt?
No, but it's always going to be a grind. You can't, as an LCS owner, you can't come in, turn on the open sign, plop your ass on a chair, sit there with your arms crossed, expect people
just to drop money in your lap
and think that you're going to earn $5,000 that day or a couple of Jerry's.
Whoa. Couple Jerry's. Can you explain to the folks at home what a Jerry is? I know we struggled with that for about a month.
Supposedly, I don't know if this is
because we've hit a couple Jerry's before.
Yes, I don't know if this is in every business or if this is just a sports card terminology that happened to circle through the sports card owner Facebook group. Jerry's is considered $6,000. I don't know if it's named after somebody, but we haven't really interacted a lot with a lot of sports card owners because we haven't been able to travel because of COVID with it all.
Right. Exactly. Couple Jerry's, baby.
So.
You all right?
Yeah, it just keeps pausing.
Okay.
Okay, the next question.
Let's do it.
Okay. Why don't Damian Lillard... Let me make sure this question makes sense. Why doesn't Damian Lillard have a more of an MVP look than other players?
I mean, I honestly think it has to do with the total package, I believe. It's how much interaction the team has with the player, right? Because I'm willing to bet money that when it comes to somebody like LeBron, right, the Lakers are massaging him quite a bit. You know, they're getting with his people about what the, shaped message will be. And I think there's certain players that teams are not as interested in to getting that crafted end, product. Mm-hmm. And Damian Lillard is a superstar.
Does it also depend on your team? Like
absolutely.
Your team's a little lower on the totem pole.
If Damian Lillard is the top player and the Portland Trailblazers don't give a shit, he's going to not look as polished as some of these others like Giannis or Luka or Ja Morant or LeBron James, which is a shame. But that just kind of shows the organization and the status of what the organization is. I mean, if it's a class act, they're going to be interactive with their players, massaging them, mm-hmm. making them look like MVP candidates. I think. I mean, anything else is a waste of time, in my opinion.
No, it makes sense. Are you looking forward to Upper Deck Series 2?
I am. I'm a little confused. Stacy showed me yesterday when we were going to dinner who's the two rookies again?
It's right here.
Tim Stutzel and Kai Kill. So those are the two hot young guns to rip in Series 2. Now the problem I have is they're either pre-selling the young guns right now, mm-hmm. or somebody's already gotten product and are ripping it and have pulled those and are selling them.
They say pre-sell in the listing.
So if it's a pre-sale, there's some guys that are getting ballsy with what they're selling. Because we have, 12 boxes coming? Mm-hmm. There's no guarantee we're getting in the 12 that we have coming that we're going to get one of those. And that would mean we'd have to rip every single one in order to get one. Now, if you don't, what is the end game? You're refunding people? I mean, come on. Taking a hit. Are we really that hard up for money? Are people that hard up for money? We're going to pre-sell shit that we don't even have?
How are they paying their cases? They're pre-selling our young guns.
Yeah, but if you pre-sell the young guns to buy the case and you end up not getting the player in the case, aren't you double screwed?
Yep, and
because you have the bill of the case and the fact that you pre-sold these young guns to people that you don't have young guns to produce.
It's all back to that grind.
How are you my grind God, what is wrong with you? If you're doing that, you belong in jail. I'm just saying. That's too much of a stretch. That is uncomfortable. You should be in jail.
So our Series 2 was a little delayed. We had one distributor. It left Reno today. And our other distributor is scheduled to arrive to them tomorrow.
So most likely we will have everything by Friday.
So that's our plan.
So I will be doing a preview rip of Series 2. Mm-hmm. We have enough boxes to have a good time with it. That most likely will happen on Friday. So, did I pronounce it wrong?
I'm just spelling it out.
What is it? Schutzla?
Schutzla.
You get Schutzla from this. Give me a break. Doesn't even remotely sound like Schutzla, but okay.
Next question.
How could that be my fault?
So stay tuned on Instagram. I will post when Series 2 comes. I know I've got a lot of comments about ready to rip.
But
when is it in the store?
But hang on. We're doing opening day tomorrow.
So
preview rip tomorrow, opening day. Woo!
Opening day did arrive.
Have it on the shelf right now.
So the next
one of those taped things right here.
Do you need the little clippy that hooks on your
Well, they
jersey?
used to back in like ABC Sports when they first did Monday Night Football. Their mic stands were actually attached to their harness in the front.
Is that before they had clips?
Before they had clips, yeah.
So the next question: where do you think Russell Wilson will go if he is not in Seattle at the start of the season?
I honestly, and I'm not kidding, I thought he was going to be in Chicago. With them making the cap room that they were doing, I think it was 23 or 28 million, something like that. They were clearing cap room. I thought for sure Russell was going to go there. Now, that might have been the case if Deshaun hadn't run into the sexual harassment problems that he's run into. But I think the last count I heard, there was 12 freaking lawsuits against Deshaun for inappropriate sexual conduct. Are you shitting me? You then become toxic forever with that kind of crap. And the simple fact is, I would imagine if all 12 are legitimate, there's criminal charges within one or two of them.
Yeah.
Because if you're pushing your wang on people to get 12 lawsuits, you criminally pushed your wang into somebody that deserves you to go to prison.
So somebody said more were filed today, and then Joey comments 10 counts, all are bad.
That's just, it is insane. What is wrong? Like, dudes, okay? If chicks, I'm telling this now, close your ears. If chicks want your pecker, they're going to go after it. Okay? Don't push it on them. That's just going to get you into trouble. Okay? I don't care if you're in high school, you're in college, you're a professional
Dr.
athlete.
Phil now?
This is the thing. If chicks want the pecker, they're going to go after it. Don't push it on them. You're going to jail if you push it on them. Just saying.
Okay.
Free advice, turf and dirt, 101. All right.
Yes, they think they're all untouchable.
Well, that's a problem.
It's fame.
Right? How many times has this happened with athletes?
Just look at all of it. There's constant.
I mean, Antonio Brown, sexual assault, right? All these others. Jameis Winston, right after he won the Heisman, allegations of sexual assault. I mean, it's just insane. Then we got Ray Rice. Excuse me. Sorry, Ray Lewis, who was, on a murder trial, by the way. Ray Rice punches his girlfriend on camera, knocks her the fuck out in the elevator. Kareem Hunt slaps some chick in a hotel, caught on camera.
And then you have the Cubs player with his bag of cocaine.
What was that?
That was just last week. It was all over Instagram. Somebody's going to correct me of who it was because I can't think about it.
What about Turpinder's bag of dicks?
Well, they all deserve one.
Do you think that would be caught at some point?
No.
You think if I took a bag of dicks to the airport, they'd let me?
He had a huge, I want to say he was a Cubs player. A huge Cubs player had a whole bag of crack.
Crack or cocaine?
Cocaine.
Okay, so they're
yes.
different, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
they all
I don't
think
know.
they can do what they want to do.
I don't know.
So who's going to be the big baseball player to chase this year? Last year, obviously, we had Robert, we had Kyle Lewis. Which direction are we going to go in?
Here's the tough thing is we got 162. Okay, this isn't 60 games. This is not, Kyle Lewis, I'm going to be honest with you. Kyle Lewis does not win AL Rookie of the Year with 162. He does not win Rookie of the Year playing a full season. Okay, Evan White wins Rookie of the Year playing a full season.
You think so?
Absolutely. And we'll get into that at some point. But if you want schooled on that, I will be happy to FaceTime you to educate you as to why. Now, so this year is going to be different, right? Because we kind of got acclimated to what 60 games looks like, which becomes a sprint, not a marathon. Don't yawn. Don't you dare yawn. You better look away and put that in a bag.
Holding it in.
162, it changes dramatically. And the thing is, your front runners, the Alec Boehms, the Christian Pache, the Casey Mize, the Joey Bart, the Water Fart, they don't survive. 162 is too much. I think it's going to be a sleeper like Dylan Carlson. I think it's Bobby Dalbec. I think it's Tristan McKenzie. I think somebody like that, Alec Boehm, one of the front runners, will go out hard in the beginning. They will be a front runner, but it's too much of a grind. And it's going to be...
There's that word again.
It's going to be a Tristan McKenzie kind of year, I believe.
Our episode's all about the grind.
It is. I mean, I tell people all the time, I got guys coming in constantly. They just want to sell shit. They don't want to do it themselves. They don't want to work at it. And I tell them all the time, selling to me is only going to get you half of what you really can get out of this. Sell it yourself. You can get all of it back. Oh, it's too much work. I can't do it. It's just, I don't have time. I have my butt cramps up when I think, and my brain actually fell out of my ass last week, and I lost part of it, and you wouldn't believe the amount of excuses I hear. Guys, and I'm telling you, it's the younger generation. Gen X's grind. Generation P's,
they need instant gratification.
Oh my God. It's like, I can't do it. I can't. It's too hard. Help me. It's pathetic. Mm-hmm. Grind, baby. The card equation is, if you put more work into it, like if you're putting more work than you're getting out, you're doing the right thing in the card world. That's just the bottom line. Mm-hmm. That's the way it's been since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
More work than what you get out, you're most likely on the right path.
Yep.
And the reason I say that is the amount of work it's put in to get Turf and Dirt where it is should be a millionaire. Mm-hmm. Based on the work by itself. Not even close.
Yeah.
I'm not even a 10,000 heir.
So when you divide your dollars by your hours it took to do it, or your hours you have invested
into it. There are
it.
Chinese sweatshop Nike shoe employees that are making more money than I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that is
when you divide it out.
That's the reality. But the grind is what it's about, and that's what I love. You want to be a sports card person? Grind it out. That was the test. If I can take a box that I paid X amount for, and if I can come out on top, regardless of what it is, that makes me a card guy, officially. Because I know then I have the skills, no matter what it is, to get that same job done. So that led to Turf and Dirt.
So going back to that big, ugly word, these breakers are grinding out their case because they're making 3 times more. Are they? They're making 3 times more on that case.
Is that a grind, or is that just just the way it is?
They're grinding out to fill all the spots and the micros and the fillers and all that.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know.
But it left you feeling dirty.
Well, but you think about it, right? I mean,
yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Anybody could be at home and take a box and be like, look, it's pretty. It's pretty. We can break it, and $20 per team, and this is beautiful. Mom, can you make me a tuna fish? Mom, bring me a sandwich. I gotta work. Mom. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have to ask my mom because I need gas money to get to Target to get the blaster box to be able to break it later.
I always loved the breaks that were like, I don't have it in hand. So I will order it when it's 3/4.
I will say this: when 101 Card Shop, when they decided to go out of the Mom, make me a sandwich, and they decided to open up their own location, mad respect for that.
Oh yeah.
Because not only that, you're going in debt every month.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
We have a hole we have to crawl out of every month in order just to survive. Mm-hmm. And that's with baseball cards, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Despite all the competition, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm competing with 12-year-olds on Instagram with, Mom, can you wash my underwear because you didn't get it clean enough last time? And, oh, yeah, make me a sandwich. Can you get the dog? The dog licked me inappropriately and I needed to go out because I got to break this blaster box. Mom, come on, Mom. Mom, can I have a ride to Target?
I'll ship the products when Mom takes me to this.
I need to borrow $20 because I don't have a job. I need to get the blaster. Please, Mom. So, anyway. That's my impression of some people.
Okay, the next question.
Yes.
I heard that Mike Trout could be beaten by Ohtani for MVP this year.
That is a bold statement.
Do you think it's true?
It's possible. I mean, you got to think about it this way, right? Mike Trout, if he is not as hungry as Ohtani, because, I mean, let's be honest, Mike Trout is considered the best player in the game today.
He goes back to your Pete Rose book, right? Play hungry.
Well, but if he knows that, he's not going to play hungry. But if Ohtani plays hungrier, yeah, I mean, it's possible. That's a bold statement. You got danglies. What's wrong?
It just keeps pausing.
Is that your problem?
I don't know. So I'm just going to hold it.
So is it possible? Yes. I would have a hard time believing Mike Trout is going to play under what he's capable, I guess is a good way to put it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But damn, you got danglies. But you don't put that out there.
So the next question.
Yep.
If I'm looking for $1 or less autos or patches in bulk, how should I find and buy?
Honestly, you want to get into, I think the best way to do it, correct me if I'm wrong, and I hate to say it because I've kind of been dogging their ass out a little bit, it's breaker overfill, right? Mm-hmm. It's breaker shit that they're holding on to. They usually want to dump that stuff for cheap.
Yeah.
Another big way is Facebook groups. Well, I've been hearing that a lot lately. I got guys coming to me all the time. They're like, we got this group. He's got this excess. I'm going to buy it. A lot of bulk stuff goes out that way.
Yeah.
Basically, put your feelers out there. And the reason I say that is if there's somebody that's holding on to a lot of relics or autos and they want to move them and you put out that you're looking for cheap buys, but you want it in bulk.
In search of.
They're going to reach out to you. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. So that's all you got to do. Put the word out. They're going to come crawling.
What is the weirdest thing that has happened in shop?
Oh, Lord. We've had a couple doozies, actually. I've had the one person who bought a box, decided that they didn't get the card that they wanted, and freaked the F out. Threw themselves on the floor, kicking and screaming. This hobby sucks. And they were like mid-30s. That was not long after I opened, and that was uncomfortable. Because I had to be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, be an adult. Stand up. Look straight. Da-da-da. Some of the other things, I'm always baffled at the retail hunters. I get them 3-4 times a week where they are just blatant. They stink. They look like they can't afford a toothbrush, but they're arm dragging retail product, and it bugs me because it's like, I bet if you have kids and stuff, there are kids going unfed and unkept, all for the chase. And that's some weird stuff to me.
Yeah.
I think the other thing is I wasn't prepared for this when we opened up, but being an LCS owner is like being a bartender. You hear every sob story on the planet.
That is the best way to put that.
Now, the flip side is you see a lot of great stuff, too. But you see some of the most ridiculous stories and the most sob crap on the planet. And the other thing I was surprised about is when people don't think LCSs are a real job. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you have the best job, Jimmy. You're just playing with cards all day.
Yeah, it's like they don't take it as... There's actually real work that goes on here. It's not like you can just clock in and be like, oh, hey, what's up, bro? There's actual real shit that goes on here that you got to do, and it's not fun most of the time. But I think the biggest thing is being a bartender. Mm-hmm. Across the board, any moment of the day, you can come across the weirdest or even the scariest. We've had a couple of incidences in here that were... pretty damn scary, right? So Tweaker freaking out in here. The one people that tried to get me out of the shop that I thought they were going to jump me in the back. The break-in itself was scary, right? So, yeah you've got to be prepared to flow whichever direction it takes you. Because honestly, when I open up the doors tomorrow, I do not know which direction we're going to go. So, yeah.
The best place to comp cards is 130point.com.
Was that a question? Mm-hmm. That's what we used, 130point.com. I use it 50 to 70 to 100 times a day. Every time somebody brings cards in, I comp them, 130point.com. I can flip the computer around and show them their listing, and that's the beautiful part of it. We avoided a problem in the shop later this evening when we were able to show the listing rather than us just telling them because they thought their shit was worth way more than what it really was worth. So
yeah. When do we sleep?
So we will leave here in a few minutes. We're going to end this up. We're going to get home probably about 11 o'clock. I'm going to take about a 30-minute, time to myself, and then it's sleep and get up to be here by 7 a.m. again. So
yeah,
sleep is very few and far between.
Are you excited for opening day of baseball season?
I am, because this is the first time that I'm actually going to ever be able to attend a game on opening day. So Stacy got us tickets. I will be at T-Mobile Park sporting my Evan White, painting my belly blue with a big 12 on my chest, and screaming, "Evan, let's go get it. Let's get that Hall of Fame plaque, baby. I'm behind you."
So if you guys are around T-Mobile Park on April 1st, come find us.
Pretty sad you had to buy season tickets in order to get into.
Hey, I wasn't going to miss out. I was going the flex plan. Just do it.
Yeah, so I'm busting my ass here to earn some money, and she's sneaking it out from underneath me. So, all right.
Okay.
Is that it?
I think that's it. That's all the questions.
All right, so this has been the most kind of impromptu. How'd you feel it went? How'd you perform?
I am not wanting to edit this video to hear my voice back.
How about forward?
I don't want to hear it forward either. I don't like
hearing
my
but
own
you chime
voice.
in all the time, though.
I do, but it's in such small chunks that I can tune it out when I edit it.
I think my hat's off to Stacy, and this is not an easy thing to do. Podcasts are a bitch. And you got a lot of things you have to come up with. Not only that, but when we do our live segment of Ask Kards Korner, that is putting yourself up for some serious trouble if you're not prepared. So I want to thank everybody for participating, especially everybody, all my Instas, my Instagrammies. You guys are great as always. I want to thank everybody that's watching at home. We appreciate the support. Kards Korner has been a lot of fun. It's, I'm sad to say that my co-host could not make it tonight, but hats off to Stacy for stepping in. And we're probably going to do another episode in 2 weeks. I'm going to take a week off next week, I think. And we'll kind of let it, unless something breaking news happens.
We'll see. It's kind of a big release week next week.
So we'll kind of play it by ear. I'm going to plan for 1 and 2 weeks.
And if you're watching us on YouTube, when we go live on Instagram. So hop over to Turf and Dirt on Instagram, and then you can interact with us.
And participate in the Ask Kards Korner. No question is off limits, unless it's something just utterly stupid. But the thing I'm proud about is we haven't had any, bad questions.
No, I kind of skim over some comments just because it's not necessarily always needed.
Have we had any tonight?
Yeah, there's been a few. But
bad comments?
No, they're not bad comments.
Show me your boobs.
No.
Okay.
But sometimes
you don't want to see my boobs.
I just skim over them because by the time it hits Instagram, it's already delayed, and we're on to something else.
Is it frustrating not getting the podcast produced in a timely manner? Is that an issue? How do you cope with that?
It's not frustrating because I know that in the scale of our jobs within our day, that obviously my teaching job comes at a high priority to make sure that I have what I need done for that. And then when I get to Turf and Dirt, it is, what does a business aspect need? What does Turf and Dirt need? Because obviously that is keeping product coming in, keeping the doors, keeping the customers, all that stuff.
Product coming in is the most important aspect.
Unfortunately, Kards Korner doesn't bring revenue into Turf and Dirt. So if I spent my energy doing Kards Korner, it could be, hurtful to Turf and Dirt in the long run. So it's kind of on it's a priority, but it's also
that's some cerebral shit right there.
It's also when I have free time and I have no outstanding subs, I have no outstanding photos to take. We feel like we've been live on Instagram enough for the week, shipping, that kind of stuff. then I feel like I can do it.
This is more than just coming in, going live, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did people understand that, though? Do you think people get that? Or is it just viewed as like you're a 12-year-old at home, just roll out of bed, turn on your phone, sit at your desk, and go live?
I think that when people come in or people comment on Instagram saying, hey, are you guys still doing it? We haven't seen an episode in a while. They don't realize that it's about a 4-hour edit process.
Well, I'm just talking in general, though.
Oh, yeah. They just think that you turn the camera on and you're ready to go. We have to do it after we close on top of it.
Kards Korner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because during the day, you're just interrupted too much. So it is after 10 o'clock Pacific time. Mm-hmm. I have been here since 7 a.m. So I've been here for a total of 15 hours. And we're going to take another 20 minutes to get the shop buttoned up to go home. And that's my day. And I'm back here at 7 a.m. the next morning. So that is what we do. But we do it. We do it all for you. Right?
It's all about the grind.
It's all about the grind, baby. All right, guys. We are out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like, share, subscribe. Send it to your friends. Let them know. More views we get, the better. We want to hit some milestones, right?
Definitely.
All right, guys. We are out of here. Thank you much. We will see everybody next episode.